Was something, the downfall of Jay-Z is going to be something.
Who thinks it's weird how black media and black blogs have picked up this whole Jay-Z being and putting
Jay close to Harvey Weinstein, right?
Reporting live from the Irish Club in Atlanta, this is Fright Plus News, and I'm Jan Abba. Buckle up, because one of the decade's most shocking and talked about controversies has now crossed over into hip-hop. Over the weekend, newly released documents from the infamous Epstein files mention none other than Jay-Z and fellow rapper Pusha T, sending shockwaves through the community. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, or maybe hasn't really taken the time to dig into this, the Epstein files are an enormous collection of documents, over 6 million pages in total, that detail the criminal activity of the late Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted child predator, and his network of powerful friends. These files have already implicated several high-profile names in alleged sex crimes, and now, as the documents surface, the discussion is shifted to some of hip-hop's biggest names. Here's the context. Jay-Z, a rap mogul and entertainment tycoon, finds himself mentioned in connection with an anonymous report dating back to 2019. The report was later included in the Epstein files for further investigation. According to the documents, in approximately 1996, blank resided with blank and blank. An unknown man abducted blank from her home. She later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, while Weinstein allegedly assaulted her. She believed she was at Epstein's Florida mansion. She estimated being abducted 7 times, waking each time in an opulent indoor setting, and suffering sexual abuse on multiple occasions in which Epstein participated. She recalled Leon Black and William Barr, the current U.S. Attorney General, being present during some of the abuse. In approximately 2006, Blank last recalled being abused by Epstein. Now here's the important part about Jay-Z's mention. This report was submitted anonymously to an FBI tip line and has not been verified. At this point, Jay-Z does not appear in any flight logs tied to Epstein's infamous private island, the location where many of the alleged crimes occurred. The same context applies to Pusha T, whose name comes up in a claim that back in 2007 he allegedly helped drug a woman who was later abused by Weinstein. According to Variety, these types of accusations can be falsified or submitted maliciously. Yet under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, any report sent to the FBI in connection to the files had to be publicly released. Despite the potential for unverified claims, social media is buzzing, and many online users are debating whether Jay-Z could be implicated. This conversation has been amplified by several recent court battles. One case involved a woman accusing Jay-Z of rape last year, though her lawsuit was ultimately dismissed. Another case involved Ramir Satwave, a man claiming that Jay-Z is his father. If these claims hold any truth, it could imply that Jay-Z was allegedly involved with Ramir's mother while she was underage, raising even more questions about his past. And let's connect the dots even further. Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein were known to have a professional relationship and worked together prior to Weinstein's 2018 arrest. Now, with former associate Sean Diddy Combs currently behind bars, speculation online has reached another level, with many predicting that Jay-Z could potentially be next in the spotlight of these ongoing investigations. While nothing has been proven, the release of these documents has definitely ignited discussion and raised serious questions about accountability, power, and influence in both the music industry and the wider world. This story is far from over, and the debate around Jay-Z and Pusha T in connection to the Epstein files will continue to dominate conversations online. Stay tuned, because as more details emerge, this could shift the landscape of hip-hop and celebrity accountability in ways we can't even fully predict yet.
He was something, the downfall of Jay-Z is going to be something. Jay-Z is working overtime to make sure his empire won't crumble apart. As soon as he was naming the Epstein files, they gonna take all the posts down and everything. Probably seen it and made some calls. Was like, nah, get that shit removed right now. I just want to know what Beyonce gonna do when all of this shit come to light. Like, is you finna stick by this man's side, or is you leaving, or are you an accomplice? On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
As mentioned, some people actually think this could be true, while others are firmly backing Jay, believing that him being a successful black man is exactly why he's in the crosshairs. The Breakfast Club analyst, Lauren LaRosa, would hit social media to call out just how shaky these claims against Jay-Z and Pusha T really are. She went on X to break down what's truly important about the Jay-Z, Pusha T, Epstein reporting, stuff that's buried in most coverage, but honestly should be front-page headlines. The mention of Jay-Z and Pusha T, it didn't come from Epstein's personal records at all. Not a single thing was corroborated or verified by law enforcement. Jay-Z and Pusha T were named in a tip sent through the FBI hotline, a claim that could literally come from anyone at any time. Authorities never investigated these claims, leaving huge questions hanging. Keep in mind, Jay-Z's debut album had just dropped in June of '96.
Who thinks it's weird how black media and black blogs have picked up this whole Jay-Z being and Pusha T being on the Epstein list when he ain't on the Epstein list? They're writing it to get engagement. This is the bullshit, but this is exactly one thing I got to give the White House. They know what they're doing with social media. They know how stupid you guys are. They know exactly what you're going to pick up on and give attention to. So now we sitting here talking about Jay-Z in 1996. In 1996, Reasonable Doubt dropped. And if you know, you know. We got that Jay-Z. And then we got Pusha T. In 1996, he was 19 years old. And the clips was nowhere near out. But these two young black brothers had so much pull in 1996 that they got to hang out with rich, wealthy white men like Jeffrey Epstein in their Miami mansion while allegedly a young woman was violated. That tip line call, I'm sure it came from somebody who her last name is the opposite of left. But all of that got you guys talking about that and not talking about what's actually going on right now.
Dude, does anybody use their head anymore? Like, does anybody use their brain? Why would Jay-Z in 1996, 1994 be with Harvey Weinstein? That little black boy from Marcy Projects who was selling coke be with some of the wealthiest white billionaires in the United States. Like, do that even sound right to y'all? Harvey Weinstein, who had an Oscar by then. See what type of person you are. He spoke on the black man who was in the files because of a tip, which the FBI didn't take serious because it came from a homeless person if you actually read the files. But you didn't take serious the emails where they are communicating. Y'all thought y'all had one, but unfortunately it failed again.
Now hold up. Despite this info being highly questionable, Jay-Z is still catching heat online from the likes of 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj. And get this, rumors are even swirling that he and his wife Beyonce are losing followers because of it. Those claims completely unverified. What makes all of this really worth talking about is Jay-Z's public ties to high-profile figures who are currently behind bars for sex-related crimes, including R. Kelly, with whom he dropped 2 albums. Back in 2024, former Rockefeller associate Choke No Joke hinted that Jay-Z and Beyonce's business relationship ran way deeper than most people realized.
Jay close to Harvey Weinstein, right? Him and Harvey Weinstein Harvey Weinstein has Jay-Z's rights for television and movies. You knew that?
No, I was
Jay-Z sold his life rights to Harvey Weinstein.
So I don't think Jay has been.
As far as these latest reports go, neither Jay-Z nor his team has publicly addressed these new claims. Let's dive into this more in the comments. What do you think? Is Jay-Z's recent spotlight part of some bigger conspiracy to take him down because of his success? Or could he actually be involved? Stay on top of the freshest news in comedy, culture, and sports by hitting subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you love content like this, check out hybridsclub.com for full interviews and exclusive original stories. Got a story you think we should cover? Drop us a tip now at hypealerts.com. Reporting live from Hybrids Club in Aba, running a business is one thing, but getting everyone to know about it, that's a whole different game.